classic Hawk. Weekly replays of some of the greatest episodes in 108.9 The Hawk history. Maybe you've heard it before, or maybe you've never heard it at all. Relive some of the greatest moments of 108.9 The Hawk now. A lot of demands.
I mean, just listing them off.
Just listen. Don't ask me any questions.
Jesus. Quite a relationship right there.
What? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'd love to be in a relationship with Ronnie Van Sant.
My God.
You know, just laying out the law for your relationship right from the start. Always a good thing. Ooh,
he tells it like it is. I mean, aren't those the people you always want to talk to? The ones that tell it like it is.
Tell it like it is. It is Halloween. Spooky, scary.
Spooky, creepy.
I was going to dress up like the Leonard Skinner plane for Halloween this year, but I decided against it.
I was going to dress up like the ghosts of the Allman Brothers. Just all of them. Both of them. Dwayne.
You're going to be Dwayne on, it was a Victor-Victoria situation.
Yeah.
You're going to be Dwayne on one side.
Split
Greg
down the
on
middle.
Other.
It's a Victor-Victoria Two-Face situation. They would be laughing at Leonard Skinner for all dying in that plane crash. And it would be fun because, honestly, the ghosts of the Allman Brothers just telling it like it is.
Can you imagine how good Batman Forever would have been if Two-Face was half Dwayne Allman and half Greg Allman?
Just constantly screaming, "Hey man, I ain't no angel." While some slide pedal guitars playing the whole time. I felt like I was in a Scorsese movie at times. And then maybe it'd be a very artistic film.
My good best friend in the world, Marty Scorsese's got a new movie coming out. It's a very long title. I don't remember. Scotty, did you write it down? I think it's like Legends of the Sailor Moon.
Legends of the Sailor Moon Falls.
It's going to be great. I heard Leo DiCaprio did a lot of great improvising in it, which is something you always want from a DiCaprio film.
If there's one thing I can I just say? Can I just say?
Okay, I think this is. Here we go.
Can I just say, people, look, we all love improv. We all are taking classes at UCB and Val Verde. But if there's one person I want to see doing improv, it's dramatic actors. No jokes whatsoever, and just stretching scenes out. Just stretching them out as long as they can go. Just stretch it. Give Thelma Schoonmaker a run for her money as a great editor. That's what I'd say, and that's all I gotta say.
That isn't all I gotta say. Courtesy of Jeff the Angry Man, Garlock on 108.9 The Hawk. Wisp Turlington Show 7:05 in the second hour of our wonderful Wisp Turlington Show right here on Halloween. And oh my God, I get so excited for Halloween, but I keep my costumes to the last minute.
You want to surprise everyone. I tell you who didn't. Skeet. Skeet did not keep his last name.
Skeet did not surprise us in the 6 a.m.
He showed up in that first hour. He was the little boy from The Sixth Sense.
Yep.
And then he changed immediately to the woman from The Lady in the Water.
Yep.
And then he was every character from M. Night Shyamalan's The Village.
Yep.
And then he was just the elevator from Devil.
It was like, we got to play a fucking song, Skeet. This is just the first hour.
We don't have time for your Night costume parade.
And he's fucking...
We did then look at the schedule. Scotty showed us that it was... Shoddy.
Tell us it's shoddy.
That's it. You know, when you do some shoddy work, we're going to call him Shoddy. And I'm going to say it.
He's got your number. He does.
Shoddy wrote the schedule that did say Skeet Ulrich was going to be doing the M. Night costume parade, but he did not let us know that was happening. So,
well, here's hoping. Here's hoping.
I'm hoping it, all right. That's my favorite M. Night movie. I hated The Happening, but I love the sequel, The Hopening.
Well, The Hopening, you needed hope around that time. Obama was president, and there was just a big feeling of hope in the air.
Everyone was taking classes at UCB Val Verde when there was that much hope. I'll tell you that much.
So much hope. So much hope. And I hope you can go and have a wonderful Halloween tonight. Of course, the Verde Stabber has struck again. I do have to play this really quickly.
All the news you can use, or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
Verde Stabber, of course, everyone's all scared of the Verde Stabber. Where's he gonna stab next? And, he did stab this morning at Valmart. He killed Denise Kurtkrutch, 84, and Don, not that one, Henley, 72, apparently in the ice cream aisle at Valmart.
Now, of course, it is usually pronounced Dawn, not that one.
Oh,
so it really
is. It's like
my
apologies to the. Oh, gotcha.
That's where it gets doubly confusing.
Doubly.
I will say, too, that's a good reminder, though. We're all, rest in power to all the victims of the stabber.
Rest in power, Dawn.
That being said, we are selling our Who's He Gonna Stab Next shirts.
Yeah, you can get those at
108.9thehawk.com.
Who's He Gonna Kill Next? The Verde Stabber. Making this Halloween a little scary, spooky, scary. We got Police Chief Joe Pitzola, our wonderful police chief. He has been the police chief here in Val Verde for so long. And just saying his name makes me feel more comfortable. We're going to have him in the studio.
When I wake up screaming in the middle of the night, I'll just yell out, Pitzola! Pitzola! Pitzola!
Every goddamn night, just cold sweat.
Doesn't work when the studio is in my house currently.
No, it goes out over the air because, Rabiak and Takali's Dalton's in here doing the overnight shift. And,
luckily, it merges in with whatever Burzum song he's playing completely. At that moment. So
really, really merges perfectly. But I do want to, before we get the police chief in here to talk about how you can be safe tonight with the Verde Stabber on the loose, here is a list of locations. Scotty has just sent this over to me here. This is a list of locations where
this is
the
not
Verde
Shoddy, this
Stabber,
is Scotty, because we actually got this list.
Yeah, we got it here. This is the locations where the Verde Stabber has promised he might not stab you tonight. And that is, of course,
where did he send his promises out, by the way? I forget. Where did those come from?
Where did his promises come from?
Where
emailed
did
Scotty.
Oh, so Scotty is our direct link to the stabber. That's
Scotty, our producer behind the glass. And when I say behind the glass, the big hole we cut in your RV wall right here in the rock and roll RV until our brand new studio gets built across town eventually.
Oh my God!
Taking
Speaking
over
of
your stinky RV.
What? It's like, does he have it connected to you? I got a text message right when you said that from the contractor.
Oh, what did they say?
With an update.
What,
ran out of screws, run into the hardware store, but that one came 2 weeks ago. That I just keep getting that one. So maybe he found those screws.
Well, when you're building a building, you got to have screws, Jeff.
I mean, that's the motto.
Every listener knows.
The tool hut, when you're building a building, you gotta have screws. We all know their famous ad campaign at the Tool Hut.
Speaking of Tool Hut, that is, of course, one of the locations giving out candy tonight, and you might not get stabbed there. You also might not get stabbed at Uncle Petruccio's, Flappers, Chestnuts, Zazzers, Burger Tools, Sharnies, Truck Nut Warehouse, and Jugs Mug Emporium. And now they're on the flip side of this coin, like Two-Face, just plip. How you gonna die, Batman? Plip, plip, plip. He always made that sound. I'm like, that's creepy. Plip, plip. He says you need to watch out. You're probably gonna get stabbed at Flappers, Chestnuts, Zazzers, Burger Tools, Sharnies, Truck Nut Warehouse, and Mugs.
Okay.
Jugs Mug Emporium. Those are also... Okay, so there's a little crossover here. It looks like if I do the math here, if I do a process of elimination, you'll probably be safe...
Calculation.
You're going to be safe at Tool Hut and Uncle Petruccio's.
Okay. So you got to go down to Tool Hut.
Good luck.
When you're building a building, you're going to need screws, and you're going to want to go to Tool Hut so you don't get murdered.
That's their song.
When
you're building a building, you're gonna need screws.
So you don't get murdered.
Oh my God. Don't get murdered this Halloween. Happy Halloween. And speaking of somebody who wants you to not get murdered, especially because, look, I think he probably doesn't want anything to do with the paperwork, if you know what I mean. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, our savior for Val Verde, our police chief, Joe Pitzola.
Hey, folks, thanks so much for having me in the studio.
No, it's so good to have you.
It does stink in here, but
it does.
It fucking reeks, doesn't it? It really, really reeks.
Speaking about my home, but I appreciate it because you are the Pitzola.
I like cracking jokes. I know it's a serious time right now. People are scared.
It is.
So, just trying to keep it light.
And that's what I appreciate in a good cop. If a cop is keeping it light,
That's all. And that's what we try to do.
Out of a cop.
You want it to be light.
Well, because, there's been a lot of problems with policing lately, and I tell my guys, don't worry so much. Just keep it light, have fun. Get a smile out of somebody.
ACAB, UYKI L. All cops are bastards unless you keep it light. That's just a motto. You just got to have that motto.
Okay, I don't want to get into that debate.
All right.
Okay.
I love it. Keep it light, guys. Keep
Yeah,
it light.
keep it
Back
light.
the blue, but keep it light. If you know, like a
Exactly.
light blue, like a really like
The
like
thin
a Carolina
blue light line is what I always
blue,
say.
The thin light blue line.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. Need some more of it. You know what else I need some more of, Chief Pitzola? Do you have any idea who the stabber could be?
We do.
Holy
we do
shit.
have.
Wow.
Well, we have an idea.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you have a little guess.
Well, in the police terminology, we would say we're on the right track. We've narrowed it down.
Okay.
To a smaller number of people. There's a certain number of people we know it can't be.
Okay, good.
For instance, since the most recent stabbings took place,
right,
and your show was on, it's probably not you two guys. So
that's good to know.
That is good to know because Denise Kirkcritch and Dawn, not the one Henley. Was killed in the 6 o'clock hour. So,
and I'm not going to lie too. There was a period where I was guessing, and look, I'm just a layman. I love a good true crime podcast.
Oh God, you're all over these true.
I just can't get enough of
podcasts these
my
days.
Wife.
Oh my God. I love your wife's true crime podcast as well. By the
she
way.
does. She has a
fantastic.
true crime. I tell her not to do it because a lot of times, she gets into the evidence and then she starts reporting on things, and I say, hey, whoa, honey, we can't be putting that stuff out there. But you know how,
and I'm not going to lie, because of her podcast, for a period, I thought it was Dawn, not the one that was the killer. So, a real conflict of interest in that house. I mean,
Of course.
Also,
It is,
the
it
fact
is.
that she called her podcast "My Husband's the Chief." That
Yeah.
really just lays it out there for you. That makes you kind of the unsung secret co-host in a sense.
Well, look, hey, I always thought it'd be fun to get into broadcasting, so sometimes she asks me some questions, and maybe I'll give her a little information, I know you're not
There's a
supposed to,
scoop.
but we're keeping it light.
Thin blue line.
I
Nobody
think we
cares.
all
Very
agree.
thin.
The thin light blue line means you're going to tell some things to your wife now and then.
I think that's what a lot of these police departments get wrong, is they hold on to information so tightly, and they try. A lot of places, if they had a stabber out there right now on Halloween, they say, "Hey, kids, stay home," and that just hurts. That
That's
hurts
just
to think about
That's
because
good.
he
And
has targeted some children at times.
Oh, he has.
If you have a stabber, you're going to target some children.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Is
That's
it,
just
is it
easier.
a targeting in a way that he's just like in the corner, just like showing his knife with a little light
A glint,
gleaming off
just
of
like
it?
a Michael
There was
Bay
a sighting, yes. There was a sighting of a glint.
Knew it, Scotty.
A glint of light in a corner, and by the time we got down there, though, the glint was gone.
Oh,
So
I mean,
we
you
thought
followed the glint. Sometimes
we
you follow the glint.
And by the way, if anybody has any stories, any sightings of a glint, let me know.
Oh,
Call my
please.
personal number.
And you
is-
do give it out all the time. Because
What is that personal number?
What is the personal
Chief
number of the Chief?
Pitzola?
Everybody knows the
Everybody knows.
area code to Val Verde is 111
Of course.
111 222 3333.
3333.
It's hard to not remember that one. I mean, please.
Well, that's because I got the first number as the police
You
chief.
did. You get it as chief.
As chief, you get the
As
first
chief.
number of the town. They said, you want this number? I said, absolutely. Then the town started, and we had a police force ready to go.
Look, most people, we all know this. I don't have to be the one to explain. Thomas Edison came to Val Verde and immediately put up that phone line and just screamed out, "Hey,
Who wants
who's
what?"
the chief?"
Whoa, wait a second. Was Thomas Edison just in here?
That's just my dead
That
on
sounded
Edison.
exactly
Just
fucking
dead
like
on.
him.
That was,
Wow.
I thought
Tommy
the same
Edison.
thing.
Oh,
The Menlo Park, the Wizard of Menlo Park.
oh
Is
my
here?
God. He sounds exactly like Dice.
Hickory dickory dock. Who's the chief in my cack? Is what he said. It was a funny,
It was so
funny rhyme.
It was so funny.
That was
and he
Thomas
just-
Edison.
That was Thomas Edison. Yeah,
That was
the
not-
original Dice Man.
That was not Andrew Dice Clay.
No. Most people, most people don't realize, and I don't want to get on to most people don't realize.
Is this a
but let's
most
get-
people don't
it's a
realize?
Most people don't
Okay,
realize.
here we go.
Most people don't realize that most people think that Andrew Dice Clay was just playing a character, just blowing up an aspect of his personality. No. He was just ripping off the Wizard of Menlo Park all of these years, and it took him to Madison Square Garden, and I say give credit where credit is due. Oh!
Guys, I do have to do this. I'm sorry. Breaking news.
All the news you can use, or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
Really, Scotty? We're going to do the spooky music behind the breaking news?
Okay, interesting.
Maybe something spooky happened.
It is something spooky. Well, you are right. 3 new stabbing victims.
Oh,
We've got Creef Talenton, dead.
I know. Crue.
Donnie Mackler, dead. And everyone's favorite, oh my God, this guy, if you saw him out on the streets, you were just like, you're my dude. You're always cracking jokes. None of them are funny, but the fact that you tried made me feel good inside. Everyone's favorite Joker, Bull, is dead. They were all stabbed in the alley behind Chestnuts while they were trying to roast their own nuts. Of course, Chestnuts, the all-male dance review in Val Verde, down on Hog Street, and they have a roaster in the back where you can roast any nut you need to get roasted. I guess they're giving out roasted nuts tonight for all the trick-or-treaters.
Okay, seems like they maybe should cancel that plan. I
They
mean, I don't know if
probably
the chief
should,
needs to
but-
step in
Well,
for
What
this.
do you
hey,
think,
look.
Chief?
I know it's a tough time. Having just heard that people
Yes.
were literally just stabbed, but it's
At that
Halloween.
location. It is Halloween.
At that it's Halloween, and look, from what I know of serial killers, this is a little bit of a guess. If they stabbed in one place, they're not going to want to go back there. That's they.
Oh.
So if anything, and again, I have to do a little bit more research and just make sure that what I'm thinking is right. But my instinct, my gut, my police chief gut tells me he's not going to go back there. So that might be the safest place.
Oh my God! So we should all be
maybe-
going to Chestnuts because they already pulled a trifecta.
Maybe.
Down
They
at
got the
Chestnuts.
chef. All right.
At the same time, but I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I want to keep it light. It's Halloween, the
course.
candy, the kids. It's fun. It's just
Oh
fun.
my God, it's so much fun.
I mean, but
It's
you've
so
heard
much
it here
fun.
first, Val Verde. Police Chief Joe Pitzola says go down to Chestnuts and get those nuts if you're a child
Yes,
because you're not going to get
we
murdered.
can't let the serial killer win.
You heard it
The
here
sti-
first. Chestnuts is 100% safe, according to Chief Pitzola.
Well, hey,
Don't
I'm
let him
going to
win.
try my best, but if anyone gets stabbed, you let me know. Call my number. I see I missed a few texts, actually.
You got what?
Oh,
you got, what do you
interesting.
got? What do you got there?
I think I see the glint at Chestnuts. Now,
Well,
this would have been
yeah,
3
that
minutes
would have
ago.
been really helpful. 3
Okay,
minutes
so
ago.
yeah.
I'm sure Bull would have liked that.
But I'm here on the radio getting the word out.
I appreciate you turned off your notifications.
Well, but I
because
want it to vibrate. I'm trying to stay within the conversation. I'm trying to do my job as police chief. At the same time, I'm trying to keep people safe, and I want to just make sure that Could you imagine? You're a kid. You're getting dressed up for Halloween, and someone says you can't go out there because there's some crazy guy.
I can't.
So
I
I
can't,
can't
'cause-
imagine that.
So then let's not do that.
I think this is people. If you can't imagine it, don't think about it.
Exactly.
Just throw it out of your brain.
Oh!
Whoa! Hey, go Edison.
That's for my
Is that Edison or
Thomas,
is that Tesla?
Thomas
Oh,
Edison.
Exactly. Man, Tesla. Don't get me started on that guy. And this is not a don't get me started segment. That's just don't get me
That is
started.
not.
Mitch.
That
I
is
won't.
not. Oh my God, we got so much coming up. More news, of course, breaking as it comes in. We're going to talk a little bit. Callers can call in the next segment for what candy do you hope for? And we'll keep Chief Pitzola if you want to just hang out with us. That'd be great to
I
have
do.
you
I'm
here.
just
We'll-
texting some people back. Sorry.
Okay,
about
good.
that.
Okay,
Let me-
good.
Sorry.
Oh,
You
right.
do your job.
You
We
do
do
your
our
job.
job. You do your
We'll
job.
do
Exactly. and I
our
am.
job.
And I am.
Hey,
I got my
hey.
police scanner right here. I mean, I turned it on low.
It is
Perfect.
nice. You've had them basically silent. That's the best way to look at a police scanner. That
Oh
works out
my
wonderful.
God. We got traffic coming up very shortly here on 108.9 The Hawk. But I tell you, if the Verde Stabber gets up on you in a darkened alley, there's one thing he's going to do. Well, first, he's going to stab you while going crazy on you. It's hard on 108.9 The Hawk. Get ready, Val Verde, for Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
From Dr. Feelgood's Haunted Memorial Mental Hospital House, Val Verde's scariest all Motley Crue themed haunted house. But oh no, they won't be playing. No. They're part of the ride. You'll shiver in fear when you're deep inside Tommy Lee's upside down drums room. Oh, Tommy's been upside down in there since the attraction opened in September. And
Oh yeah, he's starting to look downright scary.
Hey bro, come on, let me out of here.
Did Freddy versus Jason frighten you? Then you'll lose all your lunches watching Mick Mars versus John 5 in Dr. Feelgood's office waiting room. If you think Mick Mars doesn't still have the moves, get ready to primal scream and shout as he breaks both his and John 5's backs at the same time. You'll need someone to kickstart your heart when you enter Nikki Sixx's den of girls who are probably actually real vampire brides. A very long name for an already very long ride. But get this, that's not the scary part. Oh no, you'll be filled to the brim with terror as you listen to Nikki Sixx regale everyone with spooky stories about how he wrote all the songs, or how they do not use backing tapes when they play live. These vampires will beg you to break open a window and let the sunlight in. So spooky, so scary, so Motley. Crue. But it doesn't end there. Prepare to shout at the devil while you lose control of all bodily functions as you slowly move through the haunted vocal booth.
Haunted vocal booth.
And in this vocal booth, you're only gonna hear Vince Neil's vocals. No music, no mercy.
He's gonna be your Frankenstein.
Say goodbye to your loved ones and know that you'll probably never see your home sweet home ever again after visiting Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood's Haunted Memorial Mental Hospital House. Open late and open until Christmas, right off Same Old Situation Boulevard in Val Verde.
A group of camp counselors try to open up a closed summer camp after a series of grisly murders. Too bad for them, the murderer's coming back with vengeance. In the classic 80s slasher that's basically Friday the 13th or Sleepaway Camp or hundreds of other slasher films, but this one people swear is really good because it's the first appearance of legitimate actors. And that one death scene that's become popular on TikTok. You know the one. With the blender? Yeah, that one. A young Daniel Day-Lewis. A young Kate Blanchett. And Danny Bonaducci in Massacre in Slaughter Woods. Only on the Shocktober Flashback Friday Slash 'em Up block. Channel 8, your home for great shit.
Boo! Hope I didn't scare you too much, because frankly, we can't handle another lawsuit. Happy Halloween from 108.9 The Hawk.
I'm gonna flip the coin, Batman. Which side is it gonna get on?
Plink.
Plink.
Allman Brothers, Ramblin' Man by request.
And I'm gonna say, there is nothing scarier than that guitar solo at the end, because I feels like it will never end. It starts to sound like the Halloween theme after a while.
God, it really does. The best Halloween music is played right here on 108.9 The Hawk. And of course, that was the Allman Brothers Band on the Wisp Turlington Show in the Rock and Roll RV. Me, Wisp Turlington, him, Jeff the Angry Man Garlock, and of course, Police Chief Joe Pitzola. We feel safer having you in this stinky RV with us. We
no
really
crimes have been committed in the trailer since I've been
Not
here.
yet. Well, I mean, Scotty did a little something in the bathroom earlier.
Yeah, and I told you don't do that.
That's a crime.
Crimes
He's
against
shaking his head
humanity.
no.
Crimes against humanity is very true, but no crimes
Send
against
them to the
us,
Hague.
which I'm appreciating. I mean, this. I'm just gonna say this is proving that we need more cops around, because
This is
you're
proving.
around, nothing's
Safe,
happening,
right? And
Nothing's
that's what I'm
happening.
trying to
Safe.
tell everybody is that, that could be a large radius of people say, when people
my
drive
God,
by
yeah.
cops and they start to slow down, they say, I better not break the law.
God, yeah.
That's the effect that I'm hoping to have on Halloween, is that if I stand tonight, I'm going to stand in the middle of town and the radius will scare away any would-be criminals.
So you're right there in Verde Square.
Right in the middle.
Right there on the Sharnies Tower.
That's
Shardy's out right in the middle
I'm
of
gonna be on the
Hawk
top
Street.
of the tower.
You're going to be on the top of the Sharnies Tower,
To
just
expand
looking down.
the radius.
Towers
Almost like a
dripping down the
Batman, in a way.
nacho cheese fountain, of course, as it always
Now,
does.
of
coming
course, and I don't want to give anybody ideas, but
Okay.
should something happen, and I don't think it will because I'm going to keep everyone safe, but should some crime be committed, a stabbing per se, I would not be able to get down from the top of the tower because they're going to have to harness me up there to keep me safe.
Yeah.
And the only people that we could do that and pay are other police officers.
Sure.
So
No,
they're going to be
completely.
spotting me. But other than that,
But you
once I
got to be
get down-
safe. What, are you going to get up there and not be safe? I mean, come on.
Safety first, right? We're just
Safety
trying to keep everybody
first.
safe and keep it light.
It's just like Smokey the Bear says, safety first.
Safety first, keep
oh
it
my
light.
God, that talking bear scares the hell out of me every Halloween.
Shirtless
Not
talking
my
bear.
costume this
A
year.
shirtless
Not
talking bear. If
shirtless
I'm going to listen to
costume
somebody
bear.
and it's not you, I'm going to listen to a shirtless talking bear. I'll tell you that right now.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I do have to do this, guys. I hate to do this.
All the news you can use, or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
Well, everybody's favorite CPA is dead. Brock Broccoli murdered over at the Truck Nut Warehouse.
Oh,
and
okay. Did they say
shit.
how?
The news
God,
you
here we
can
go.
use, or the news
Did they
you
say
can
how he got
lose.
murdered?
This is a good
News
question.
time on 108.9 The Hawk.
It was a stabbing.
stab-
It was a stab. Brock
Did they say who
Broccoli.
did it?
They think that it's probably the Verde Stabber.
Okay. So AP News has not fingered the
AP
actual
News
suspect
hasn't fingered.
yet?
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Interesting.
They love to finger, don't they?
Oh,
Those
my
boys love to just get in there with 2 or 3 and just get you the facts. Also, Smunk Denny was just stabbed over at Zazzers. Smunk Denny, 26-year-old, just getting his life started. And
At the Quiet
not
Riot show
anymore.
at Zazzers?
At the Quiet Riot show at Zazzers.
Of course, the
They-
Quiet
they
Riot
play
show. That's
every
only
morning.
everything from Quiet Riot, but it's only the merch guy from Quiet Riot playing. But
God,
it's a
that's
great
got to
show.
sting.
That's
That's got to sting.
It stings for the town, the community.
Yeah.
Hopes and prayers go out to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, at the same time, I just want people to remember that tonight is Halloween.
Yes.
You know, it's supposed to be fun.
Music, Scotty.
It's supposed to be fun for the kids. Candy, could you imagine?
I can't
Well,
imagine.
that's good. Oh, what a seg. Have you ever worked in terrestrial radio,
thought
Chief
about it,
Pitzola?
you know,
Because
well, my
that's
wife
a segue.
can't.
That is quite the segue.
You
We
helping
like
your
to-
wife with segues because, I mean, that was fantastic.
We like to play a little game here called "What Candy Do You Hope For?"
See,
And the
that
phone lines
like.
are open.
That's
Phone lines are
fantastic.
open.
I mean, of course, rest in power to those victims. But what candy
course. Oh,
do you
yes,
like?
yes.
I mean, yes.
Okay. We do have a
text some
caller.
people
Caller
back.
number 2. Jeff, caller number 2.
Oh,
Hey, who do we have here?
I got stabbed. I
Oh,
got
no.
Do they
Who are we
usually say
talking
their
to?
names?
flank.
Flank.
Flank Junction.
Flank Junction. Where are you calling from, Flank?
Fletchies. I'm at
You're calling from
Fletchies.
Fletchies.
I was getting, they were angry at me, and I don't know if it was the owner of Fletchies, because I told him I didn't want to split hot dog, or if it was the stabber.
no.
It
Did
might
you
have
get
been
What's the phrase that pays, Flank? Flank?
Skittles!
Well, no, that's
That's
not.
the
That is the
answer to the wrong
candy. I
question.
didn't
That
ask the
was-
question.
that was
That's
the
on
candy,
me.
but
I
man,
should have
that
asked
was
the
on
candy
you.
question. Skittles, always
So
so good
good.
to get.
So
Always so
good.
good
I
to
mean-
Taste
get.
the rainbow.
Oh.
Here's a
Taste-
good question. Do you eat your
What's that?
Skittles one flavor at a time or all in one big handful?
I mash them together
Just in one big
into one
hash.
big Skittle,
Wow.
and then I bite it like an apple.
It becomes like a gray apple. that
Yes,
you just bite it.
delicious,
Of
delicious.
course, I guess rest in power to Flanch.
Yeah, it sounds
down
like
there.
he may have passed on the phone there, but
Got a feeling we
know.
might be getting an AP News alert on that one soon.
I hope so.
soon.
I hope so too. Maybe they'll
Uh,
finger that. Maybe they'll. But at least you know, no one's coming back to Fletchy, so you can check that off the
Check
box
it,
now.
put it right back on the list
Nobody
of
is
safe
coming.
spots.
Safe.
If you're trick or treating, go to Fletchy's. Get yourself a
Now-
split top hot dog.
We got another call coming in. Line 3. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm just calling it in. I saw a glimmer, a glint.
You talking?
A glimmer or a glint.
You know what, man? I can't really tell between the two. Like, which one is a glimmer?
See,
And
this
then
is
which
what I'm
one
worried
is
about. This is what I'm
glint?
worried about, sir. I appreciate you calling. First of all, you probably want to tell us your favorite candy, but also
Professional all the way. Professional all the way.
I'm gonna say I like those marshmallow like the pumpkins, the small pumpkins that are just
Wow, he really likes those pumpkins.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love the Russell Stover marshmallow pumpkins myself.
Yeah, that's just surprising as a number one.
Number
candy?
one.
Usually
I mean,
it's a Snickers or a Reese's or something.
Yeah, you kind of deal with a Russell Stover's marshmallow
Still
pumpkin.
on?
That's an interesting part. But I'm sorry.
God,
Are
he's
you
still on.
he's still on the line? What is this?
He got me over here at Jugs. Emporium.
They gave you the marshmallow pumpkin at Jugs. Is
At
what you
Jugs Mug Emporium. If you're gonna get candy, thank you for calling in here. If you're gonna get candy, you want to get it over at Jugs Mug Emporium.
You're gonna want it.
great
Now,
stuff.
can I ask you as a professional, Chief?
Me?
No,
Okay.
we're going Chief. I know I call you Chief sometimes on the
I know
radio.
you do,
biz,
but you also call
I'll
me
take
a
it.
professional, which is very
That
nice
is very
sometimes.
true. Chief,
Yeah.
do we consider that one stabbing? Because we didn't get to the end result there.
I don't think we did. We get
know,
We didn't even figure out if it was a glimmer or a glint.
You can't jump to conclusions. When you're a
you
police
can.
officer, you have to look at everything, all the evidence. The evidence
That's a
that we
thin light
have,
blue line right there talking. I mean,
the evidence that we have right now is we got a call. A man started coughing, maybe saying he got me, but that could mean anything.
Could be anything. Truly.
Could be anything.
And
Could be reacting to those marshmallows, because those aren't the best marshmallows.
Could be a
in those
nice
little
game of Spotlight. You ever play
Exactly.
Spotlight as a kid? Where it's like
Also-
Spotlight on him.
Is he a credible source? Because he had a glimmer and a glint. We've asked people to look for the glint.
Yep.
If you see a glint in the corner, call me. Just don't call me right now because I'm on the
you.
radio.
Right,
but I'm
right,
telling
right.
everyone to stay safe. Don't call me for a few hours tonight when I'm getting set up on the tower.
Right.
I won't think believe it or not, I don't think I have great service on
You're
the
not
tower.
going to have that.
T-Mobile.
You would think a tower like that
T-Mobile.
would have those. Oh,
Yeah.
T-Mo, please.
T-Mobile.
Yeah, so I'm not going to have great service up there, and I don't think I'm going to have my hands to check my phone.
Ma
But as soon as I'm
Sharnies
done
has a
with that,
big beef with T-Mobile.
really?
Ma Sharney, the owner of Sharnies, does not like T-Mobile. Destroys
them.
all their towers. That's why you're not
Takes
getting
them
good
down.
service.
Covers
so I'm
them
not
in
going to
gravy.
get great service. But other than that, guys, remember, keep it light. Have fun.
Keep
Go
it
out there.
light.
Put your costumes on. It would be such a shame for people to get to miss out on this day. We can't have it on any
God.
other
Oh, my
day
God.
because
We
it's
can't have
Hallows Eve tonight.
You know,
It is-
again, I'm not a professional, but I do listen to your wife's podcast, and I'm going to say Jugs Mug Emporium, let's just put that in the maybe category.
Yeah, just put it over in the maybe.
You can't live your life scared, okay? We
my
gotta
goodness.
get just like how COVID. Remember that COVID?
What?
I kind of.
What? I have
Exactly.
forgotten about COVID.
Exactly. And we can't
Oh.
be scared of it. You got to go out there, go to your jobs, go back to the office.
Oh, yeah. We all need to be back in an office.
Back at the
We
office.
have got to be in an office. And you got to walk in that office and you got to scream immediately, I refuse to live in fear, even if no one asks you.
That's
Oh,
good.
God.
That sounded a lot like,
I
you
will
know
wear
who,
a
Mr.
mask.
Edison.
It's like I'm
That's
not
how-
even asking to wear a mask at this point, man.
Happy Halloween!
And then
Rats,
you know that
you're
we're
in there.
That's the emphasis you want. Happy
my God.
Halloween. It's got to be happy. It means we live in a happy town and we're doing good. That means the police are doing their job. So,
Happy
guys,
town.
keep it happy. Happy town, Val Verde.
Happy town, happy wife, happy traffic on 108.9 The Hawk.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Wow! Black cats and goblins and broomsticks and ghosts, covens of witches and all of their hosts. You may think they scare me. You're probably right. Black cats and goblins on Halloween night. Trick or treat! That, of course, is what the spooky kids at the beginning of John Carpenter's Halloween chant before Michael Myers kills his sister. And that is what old Art is going to be saying to himself this Halloween night. As I sit in my house watching Halloween and not living it. In fact, that's going to be all Halloween week. Because there might be traffic, but I am not going to report it. Yep, as you know, Art is a monster hunter. Little known fact about monster hunters. Our senses about what is a real monster and a fake one do not work so well on All Hallows Eve. The signals get crossed. My monster radar is no bueno on Halloween. So for the safety of Val Verde and, sadly, the safety of the monsters who are not little kids in monster costumes, you ain't getting hunted for a bit. And traffic, you ain't getting red. Yeah, much like Haddonfield has to live with the repercussions of Michael Myers hunting down Laurie Strode, or his sister, Laurie Strode, or sometimes Busta Rhymes. Val Verde has to deal with the fact that if I leave my house on Halloween, Stan is going to die. I don't know what it is about Stan. We all hate him, but he makes the best costumes this side of Spirit Halloween, and the most convincing.
And I have tried to kill him too many times. Chupacabra Stan. He almost lost a leg. Austin Chewbacca Power Stan, which was some weird mashup of two different IPs that made sense only to Stan. I almost blinded him. Sexy Harley Quinn Stan. Well, that one is just annoying, much like Stan is. And well, I know we would all be fine with Stan being dead, but if I'm gonna kill him, I don't want to do it because I mistook him for being a monster. I want to kill him because he is Stan. So until the day after Halloween, you are on your own with traffic. I'm just staying in to watch some spookies on the boob tube. Unless it's the Rob Zombie Halloween, because fuck that fucking movie, and that has been traffic. Kind of. From the Bert's Funeral Flowers traffic desk, I'm Art Spart on 108.9 The Hog.
With Bert's Funeral Flowers, with Bert's Funeral Flowers. Oh my God,
geez.
Art is really just completely wound up there.
Yeah, but I will say, I guess we can check him off the box because he ain't leaving his house.
He's staying home.
And
He's
it's not
staying
probably
home.
not Stan. So, I mean, these are good for you, Chief. I mean, we're
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. Hopefully he has got a big bucket of candy for the kids. And, you know,
Oh, I hope so.
one thing we were saying, you know, just to keep everybody safe, I hate
Right.
to interrupt any of the flow of Halloween, but maybe,
No.
you know, if you want to prove to yourself, prove to your neighbors you're not the stabber, when you say trick or treat, you say, hey, I'm not the stabber. And the person who's giving you the candy can respond back, I also am not the stabber, and then continue on.
It's a
And
real
then you know.
transaction. It's a real two-way transaction.
Exactly.
It's
That's
just
two
like,
people off the list of, hey, these people are not criminals. They're not murderers. And we can
It takes a village, people. It takes
Exactly.
a village. And I'm talking about M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, of course.
Oh, of course. Of
Yes.
course. Let's try it, though. Let's try it. You are the house, Chief Pitzola.
Uh-huh.
And you are the kid walking up to get candy like a little greedy motherfucker. Jeff the Angry Man Garlock. That's you. And action.
Yeah, trick or treat. Give me candy. Come on, trick or treat.
Hey, what do you say?
I am not the stabber.
Excellent. I, too, am not the stabber. Shake hands. And
God
here's
almighty.
one Werther's original. Just kidding. Here's some long red vines out of the plastic.
God. Oh, my. Out of the plastic.
Man, I thought
Just
you
a
were
real
going to
sweaty
choose bad
hand.
candy like Werther's original, but no, you chose the one we all want. The longest red vine directly out of a fresh
Out of my
package.
hand, out of my
Yeah.
sweaty hands.
Oh, man.
I
And
wanted
you've
to
been
just
sweating because you've been
Halloween
shaking
as it's
hands all
sliding
night.
through.
Exactly. It's Halloween. It's fun.
I like a good, sweaty, salty
And
red
that was
vine.
a trick and a treat.
It was a trick.
It really was. That's
And
what
no
you
one
do
got
on
not
stabbed.
everyone
Halloween.
understands it's got to be a trick and a treat, and it's about transactions. That's you're you're
Tricky
learning
transactions.
Us. You're learning
teaching
us.
kids about the economy and how it works. Supply and demand.
Classics. This is economics 101.
I didn't think I was signing up for Economics 101 on Halloween here at Val Verde Community College.
You got the candy, give it to me. You don't give it to me. But don't
I just
stab
got an
me.
A. Just got an A.
Just got
He's
an
got
A.
an egg.
Now you could start a business.
Line 8, it says it is for Chief Pitzola. You're on the air.
All right. How you doing?
Get my
Take it away.
texts.
Oh.
Whoa. What is that?
Which ones? The ones that it says I'm getting stabbed? Those are the ones that from earlier. I tried to respond to those.
No, the ones that say, I'm stabbing.
I'm just seeing those now. Yes.
Oh, man.
What is it?
Terrible service. My Sharny does not do good with T-Mobile here.
323 area code.
What the hell is a 323?
Your wife has a wonderful podcast.
Well, thank you very much. Wait, is
Would
this
be
the
a pity.
stabber?
Yes,
Who
I
are
am
you?
the Verde Stabber.
Tell me
Who
your
am
name.
I?
That's a
Do you
good
think
move.
it would be that simple, Chief Pitzola?
Sometimes, hey, you know what? Sometimes you keep it light. And is life? Does life have to be so complicated?
Keep it light and shoot your shot, you know?
He sounds like Bowser.
You almost got me. I almost said shit. Gotta go.
Oh, my God.
Wow,
Oh.
he said tit.
He
So
said
that leads me
tit.
to believe that maybe his first name is Tit.
Maybe it's tit. Although I will say,
Or-
I was thinking you were on the right track, and I was about to say you should ask him if he's Bowser. Because it could be Bowser.
Could have been.
Oh,
he does
my
the voice
God,
of
he's-
Bowser.
There
He
is
was-
Bowser is a tit man. We all know that. That's just
Oh,
you
come
go to
on.
the
Likes
Super
about the
Mario
princess.
wiki. Oh,
likes
my
a
I
nice
told my kids
fiery
when they
one.
first started playing video games, I said, you know what he's really after, right?
Tiggle bitties is what these Bowser's always saying.
Under that dress. He knows.
You could only get Bowser Tiggle Bitties in Japan. You had to order that game, and it would come across, and it is just perverted. It was like that.
I would play
Mario 2
Tiggle
was.
Bitties on my Famicom. It was a fantastic system.
God.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Oh,
So
my
that
God.
was the stabber?
That was the
I think
Scotty.
that
Did
was
we
the
get a
stabber.
trace on that by any chance? Close.
Because we've got
Close.
our,
That's good. Look, and you
Okay.
got to take the good with the bad. You got to keep positive. We got close. We heard what his
got
voice maybe
close.
sounds like, unless he's using some kind of modulator. This
Oh,
is
didn't even
progress.
consider that.
This is progress in an
could
investigation.
Yeah,
Could be
again, I'm just a
progress.
layman. I'm not a policeman. I'm going to go with not a modulator. I'm leaning definitely
You think
towards
that was
Tiggle
real?
Bitty Bowser. Yeah,
Yo,
definitely.
you just straight up, he's Bowser. He's
that
a
straight up
cartoon
might just be Bowser. That's
dinosaur
not
guy.
even the voice actor who plays
Jeff,
Bowser.
call for you on line 8.
Yeah, line 8. This is 108.9 The Hawk. Who am I talking to here?
I'm calling in to let you know what kind of candy I like.
Oh my goodness, somebody's been listening.
Hey,
Someone's
this guy
remembering our
sounds
segments
fun.
better than we are. All right.
Hey.
Who are we talking to here, and what kind of candy do you want to be getting on Halloween?
Just call me Terry.
Terry, what?
All right.
Zagnuts.
Terry Zagnut.
Wait, do you mean Zagnuts is the last name or the candy?
That's a good question.
Because it is a great candy bar.
It's a fantastic candy bar.
It's the candy bar.
So then what is your last name if
No.
we're going with candy bar?
I think it's the stabber.
I am not dressed up like Bowser.
Who
Oh
are you
my
dressed-
God, I
Who
do
are you
think
dressed
this is
up
the
as?
stabber.
Who are you dressed up as, sir?
Good question.
Guy from Scream. Oh
guy
no,
from
I shouldn't have
Scream?
said that.
The
Shouldn't have
Scream
said
mask or like Matthew Lillard?
Oh my gosh. Don't let Skeet Ulrich know. He's freaking out in our green room over here. Oh no. Wait, so are we talking
that. I'm
to...
dressed up like Lillard.
Oh my goodness. But Lillard,
Wow,
wait, are you
that's an
dressed up like
interesting
Lillard
costume.
doing the voice of Scooby-Doo?
I won't say. Zoinks.
Okay. And I again, I'm just a layman. I am not a professional. But if a criminal says I won't say, that might
Hey, he's
mean
not a
that we're
criminal
getting
yet.
closer.
Not until prove he's
Oh,
innocent
you are
until
the
proven
professional.
guilty.
Wow, that's the thin light blue line there.
Tools.
What's that?
I'm coming for you.
Hey, excuse me, sir.
Click. He hung
If-
up and he said, Burger Tools, I'm coming for you. So I have a question for you, Chief Pitzola. If he said, Burger Tools, I'm coming for you, does that mean he's going for a meal, or should people stay away from Burger Tools? Of course, the only home improvement themed burger restaurant in Val Verde. Everyone's going over. It's lunchtime is going to be in 5 hours, so people are
You
going to be
can't
going
jump to conclusions when
You
it comes
can't
to
jump
crimes.
to conclusions.
Because someone says something, they don't always mean it, and we don't know what the context was. So all I'm saying is, hey, you still want a home improvement burger? You still want some tools and burgers? Don't be afraid, because some guy, we don't even know if that was actually the stabber.
That's true.
I mean,
guy-
That could
you
have just been
don't
Matthew
know.
Lillard.
That could have been Matthew Lillard playing a little prank. It's Halloween. That happens.
Oh,
that's-
shit.
It's
and they're
here.
all
Maybe it's
keeping it
fucking
light.
with Skeet.
You can
Oh no.
use.
What we got?
Okay.
Or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
Well, Skeet, you're not going to like this, but
Oh,
Matthew
no.
Lillard just stabbed at Burger Tools.
Oh wow.
He was
Oh,
in
no.
town for the opening of Scooby-Doo 3 at the
does
Val
that
Verde, Val Verde Vertical Movie Theater. It's the first vertical movie shot in vertical. And
Looks like a
Matthew
giant
Lillard,
goddamn iPhone, and
He
that's
is
the
not
only way to
dead,
see
but he
Scooby-Doo.
he was stabbed 52 times.
Wow.
Stabbed
So many
52
times.
times.
Within
That's
So
a
many
lot of
times.
But now we could talk to Mr. Lillard, see who we saw, stab him.
That is a very good.
That's
Scotty,
a very,
can
he
you-
was he stabbed in the larynx? All right, yeah, 37 of those were in his
37
larynx.
were in the
so-
larynx, so
talk.
guess we're not going to be
Can he
talking
write?
to Matthew
Does he have his
Lillard.
fingers, Scotty?
No, all fingers gone, Scotty, correct?
Stabbed off?
All
Stabbed
fingers
off.
gone, just
There
stabbed
goes
off.
his goddamn voiceover career. I'll tell you that right now. I
God.
mean, he made a career. off
And
of
his
that.
AP News fingering career.
That
is
there goes
out
his
the
AP
window.
fingering career, his side
wanna-
hustle.
Out the
You know,
window.
I wonder if I, as the police chief, sometimes I wonder this, if I should be out on the streets right now.
No,
But I think it's
no, we
important
love
to get
having
the
you here.
message out there
Yeah.
and to keep living my life
Thank
just
you.
like
You
normal.
gotta live your life.
Because you can't let
Can't let him win.
them
let
win.
'em win.
You can't let anyone ever win.
Never. That's my. I
Ever.
mean, we also, by the way, are selling that shirt. Never let anyone.
Never let anyone
Any
win.
game, anything you play. Just don't.
If I ever had children, that's the first thing I teach them. Right out of the womb, I'd say, I love you. I'm your father. Never let anyone win at anything.
Just say, no, it's not over. I'm not done. I'm not playing. Whatever you, and that's what I'm saying to the stabber right now. I'm not playing.
Wow.
Oh,
what happens if we ain't playing, Stabber?
Quit.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So you can't beat us.
Can't. I tell you what, it sounds to me like Chief Pitzola is ready to prove it all night. On 108.9 The Hawk.
All right.
Happy Halloween. We'll be right back after this break. You want to make your automobile look badass? Well, there's only one way to do it. Truck nuts. Where in Val Verde can I find the best truck nuts around? The answer, Truck Nut Warehouse. I'm Terry Montgomery, the manager of Truck Nut Warehouse. Big ones, small ones, gold ones, blue ones, sparkly ones with an American flag on it, ones with the Punisher symbol on it. Basically truck nuts that say, I'm not one to be fucked with, but I also know how to have a really good time. So come Truck Nut up your life at the Truck Nut Warehouse, 84242 Hog Street, Val Verde. Hashtag Truck Nut up your life.
A rogue priest teams up with a rogue detective to stop a murderer putting a city on siege, with a series of murders more grisly than the last, all based on the Last Supper from the Bible. In the classic religious horror film that Roger Ebert said is very confusing if you don't have a deep understanding of the Bible. You basically have to be a religious scholar to understand the second act. And Vincent Canby said, I have a deep understanding of the Bible. This all makes perfect sense. And the scariest pull quote of them all, evangelical blogger says, this movie is basically my belief system. Ooh. Demi Moore, Mickey Rourke, and Cher in The Seventh Judas Principle. Only on Shocktoberfest. Channel 8, your home for great shit.
Happy Halloween from Val Verde's least favorite choice for classic rock. 108.9 The Hawk.
It's pizza time again at Pizza Emporium, 323 Hog Street in Val Verde. Haunted pizzas, pizzas in coffins, pizzas that were definitely made by a former employee who died in the Pizza Emporium kitchen on Halloween in 1983, and he's definitely including hints on every pizza on how you can help him pass to the other side.
Release me!
Pizzas shaped like Frankensteins. Pizzas that have their own minds. Pizza that knows the identity of the Verde Stabber, but they're not gonna say it because they believe this town has it coming. Mummy pizzas. And pizzas made with nothing but the leftover Halloween candy you still have in your cupboard from last Halloween. You'll wonder if you've been tricked or treated this Halloween at Pizza Emporium.
Pizza Emporium, 323 Hog Street, Val Verde.
Just say the incantation twice. It's pizza time. It's pizza time. And I will be sucked to heaven or hell. Either's okay with me. It's been 40 years as a ghost here.
At Pizza Emporium.
Don't fear the Reaper, but you might want to fear the Val Verde Stabber. Just ruining everybody's Halloween. Or, if you're Chief Pitzola, maybe improving it. You don't have to give up. You don't have to give up on Halloween.
You really don't. You don't. Just stay safe out there. Remember the protocols we talked about. I will be on the tower tonight, sending out a radius of safety. Tell everybody that you're not the stabber if you're not the stabber.
Exactly.
And just continue on.
And you'll be playing out from the speakers Peter Gabriel with Kate Bush singing Don't Give Up, right?
Don't give
Just remind
up.
everyone.
Yes, we're going to try. We're trying to get that set up right now. That might take a while. So remember, you guys have my number, 111-222-3333. And
if you have any advice on how Bluetooth works, just text the number, because Bluetooth is a tricky technology.
Has anyone figured out Bluetooth yet?
Has anyone figured out? That's a good
I look at my
question.
phone all the time, and I'm like, Bluetooth? My teeth are white. Get out.
keep it light.
Keep it light with stabbings.
7:23 on the Wisp Turlington Show, 108.9 The Hawk. Me, Wisp Turlington, Jeff the Angry Man Garlock, and of course, our guest. We're just having a great time. I wish you could come by all the time.
I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to come back and just Look, I'm out there patrolling the streets, going over paperwork. It's really not as fun as this.
Carrying the paperwork while you patrol, just sitting there.
Yep.
You've got a standing desk attached to your waist. You're just doing that paperwork.
That's right, and that's why a lot of times you'll see me chasing after big piles of paper flying in the wind.
It's comical.
If there's a breeze. It's
comical. It's like Peter Sellers
but I get
out
it
there
done.
sometimes.
I get it done.
like
real
watching the
Inspector
Goons.
Clouseau situation there.
Oh, here we go.
It's based on real life.
Line 8 again, crazy. Let's see, line 8 for the chief. You're on the hawk.
Hello.
You have a wonderful house, Chief Pitzola.
Thank you. Oh,
That's
my
so
God.
nice. These
Wait,
colors.
What you've done with the kitchen is tremendous.
are you in there right now?
I'm drinking your milk.
My milk? What are you doing? Stabber. Are you the stabber?
Yes,
Stop it.
I am Terry Montgomery.
Stop stabbing, because it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm not playing your game. Hang up. That ought to show him.
Oh, no. Wow. All right.
I hung up on him.
Wow, that
and
was
I
some
showed
power.
him.
Wow.
That was like I was in the
Everybody
middle of
should
an
feel-
SVU episode right there.
Everyone should feel safer than ever, because I'm feeling confident after that.
You should feel so confident and safe that the stabber who said his name, I don't
He
know
said
if you
his
caught
name.
it, Terry Montgomery.
Terry Montgomery.
Terry Montgomery.
There's the guy. Oh, of course, the manager of Truck Nut Warehouse.
Yeah.
Of course.
Everyone knows Terry. Always a little off. Always a little too into those truck nuts, if
I
you
was
know what I
thinking
mean.
it could
Like,
be him. Now, I'm going to go after this guy. I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
But
That's a
I don't want to
promise.
leave until
Where
the show's
could he
over.
be, though? That's the thing.
No, and we know, though, he's at his house, though, so
he's
we
in your
figured
house.
that out.
He's in
I
your
mean, you
house.
said this in SVU, but this is a real Law and Order. We did the law. Now it seems like the order is coming. Dum, dum.
It is coming, but I don't want to leave the show when it's not.
Oh,
time,
no,
because
no.
again,
No, don't
You
leave
don't
the
want the
show.
stabber to win. You don't want to make him rush out of your such
way.
a fun radio show.
You know all the facts at this point. You'll get them when you get them.
That's one of the first things I tell new law enforcement officials. I say, guys, a lot of people get in here and they say, I want to solve everything right away. I say, you get them, you get them. Okay? 'Cause
That's
you gotta
Police
go home.
Academy 101 right there. And I'm not
Get 'em
talking
when
the
you get
movie
'em.
series, although the movie
That
series
is
Police
the
Academy was
101st
based
Police
off of
Academy film,
your
and it
Police
was
Academy.
wonderful.
Yes, so
Exactly. And
So
they
good.
keep it light, which is nice because, all the stuff surrounding cops these days, it's not good.
fun. Oh,
my God.
And so
you'll be
I'm
the
trying
first to admit it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to just remind people, hey, we can have fun too. Don't be in such a
Yes.
rush. Live your life. Be present.
Nothing makes me calmer than cops that just remind me all the time we can have fun too. They give me
have
do like
fun.
a,
I love it.
a
I
fun
love
little
it.
skit review.
Hey.
Oh, that's fun.
What I do sometimes, I go into a store and I see someone, I smile, I make a prolonged eye contact,
Yeah.
and I smile at them. And that's it.
Always makes me feel calm
Always
when a
makes me
cop
feel
smiles
good.
at
When
me.
a cop smiles at
Just
me, I'm
long,
like,
Prolonged
warm
period of time.
prolonged
come
deep.
right through me.
I'm watching you.
I'm
I
watching
see
you.
you.
Right through me.
And I love you, is what you're saying with those
Mhm.
eyes.
Is what I'm
I
saying.
think the serious question that we haven't asked yet, and I hate to make it this close to home for you, Chief Pitzola. How much milk do you keep in your fridge? Because if he's going to town on my milk,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I want to know that there's a little bit left when I get home. Also, is your wife in the house? A little bit
Gotta
of an
be. She's
addendum
recording.
there.
She's recording, but look, if someone were to come in the house, she's going to hear it. So I'm very
Oh, good.
confident. You know,
Good.
again, what the stabber wants from me is to call her up scared, worried,
Oh,
and to rush home, drive dangerously, not wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, I want to do
please.
that.
You don't
What
want
I'm
to do
going
that.
to do, though, is continue with my show and have
Good.
faith that my wife, who probably is wearing headphones and talking into a microphone,
Yes.
Oh,
she'll
she
be
is.
able
I'm
to
watching
suss
the
out.
Twitch live stream of her podcast right
You're
now.
watching it right now?
I'm watching it right now. She's there. There's no one in the
Give
background.
us a play-by-play.
Perfect.
There's
Play-by-play.
a- right now, she's ranting about something. I can't really understand.
Okay.
Something about
I'm going to play
rights.
some spooky music so we can make this more Halloween.
Something about rights, and then, yeah, you do have that dark closet right behind her where she records. It's just
Closet
Sure. Well,
right
it's for the
behind her.
yeah, and the doors. Yeah, so you got an open dark closet for
Open
the sound,
door.
and
Open the door.
oh my God, there's a light fading up, and I'm seeing a white mask.
Is it a
come
glimmer or a
through.
Is it a glimmer or a glint? That's a very good question.
You know, that's a good question. I'm going to write into the chat. Is that a glimmer or a glint behind you? Oh, okay. The stream just went dead.
So we don't know what happened.
There goes your
the
internet.
Internet.
And that's
has
the
got
worst when you
issues.
lose your internet when you're in the middle of
worst.
something.
T-Mobile. You have that
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile landline internet. Yeah, that's not going to work for you.
It
Big,
doesn't.
thick T-Mobile
I
line
gotta
that
go
they
to the
put in
library
side of the house.
to get some decent
Oh,
wireless
brother.
Wi-Fi, they call it.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, yeah, your LAN is not working there. So I would definitely look at that.
And then I got to assume, and I don't want to assume, but I got to assume my wife did the smart thing and decided to go to the library to finish recording so she could use
I
the
hope
wireless
so.
there.
Oh, God, I love
But
when
I'm
people
not gonna let
record
this guy-
podcasts at the library. I
Oh,
love
the best.
that.
Just out in the middle, and that
in
one
the
big
middle.
table. You always
Yep.
want to do your work on your taxes, but
They
they're
say,
doing a
excuse me, good
podcast.
sir, I know you're looking at porn in the middle of the library, but could you turn the volume down for a second? I got to talk true crime.
Well,
Right,
Chief
I'm
Pitzola, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about your wife.
Thank you.
I'm not worried about her at all. And the reasoning for that is, if there's one thing I know about your wife, she's a very foxy lady.
Oh, well.
I'm just saying your wife is very attractive, and I hope she survives. Happy Halloween, everybody. New episodes of 108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock are available every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcasts on Apple, Spotify, Pocket Casts, and more. Also, make sure you're subscribed to 108.9 The Hawk in whatever app you listen to podcasts. If you want to support 108.9 The Hawk, you can do so by visiting our Patreon site, patreon.com/1089 The Hawk. Get episodes 1 week early in both video and audio, bonus shows, Hawk Rock Talk, and so much more. That's patreon.com/1089 The Hawk. Also, share The Hawk with your friends. If you like it, chances are good they're gonna like it as well. And we'll see you again this Monday for a brand new episode of 108.9 The Hawk.